Hello, everyone, and welcome back to PandTha Talks, the episode where we've made 14 episodes now?
Uh,
Yeah, 14 episodes where we just talk shit. There you go.
I can't find our channel.
This is why I use Microsoft Edge for all that shit.
I know there it is. I'm just blind today.
14
Yeah,
now.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could just cut that out.
Like fuck. I don't cut anything out anymore.
It just uploads it raw.
I pretty much run it through our software and then upload it how it was, unless there's anything severe that needs cutting. But I don't do that very often anymore. Just 9 times out of 10, they're actually pretty relatively normal, which for us is saying a lot. But yeah, last week's episode was a little different for us, wasn't it?
Relatively, yeah.
It was quite fun as well.
It was also our first proper recording anyway, on
Yes.
the new schedule.
I think that, and the fact that we actually came up with a topic to discuss after news articles, which was pretty nice. Well, I say after. We both know it was with news articles, but still. But, yeah.
Very, very different to our normal, though.
100%. But, to be honest, it was quite nice at the same time. We were able to discuss a lot more points and get a lot more out there that we wanted to talk about. Yep. Which was definitely nice. Especially considering we were both absolutely exhausted during that episode.
Nothing, Chief.
I know, right? Just normal stuff for us. But, considering it's our 14th episode, I can't believe we're that far through already. It's just insane to think about.
It didn't take long, did it?
No, it really didn't. To be honest, it's kind of crazy when you think about it. But I've been doing what I normally do and just have a look round, see what I can find, see what's out there for us to see. And I've now got a broken Opera GX, which is nice.
Things have been going swimmingly for us today, haven't they?
Yeah. There we go, fix it. Sorry about that. I went to grab an article that I'd come across throughout the week and sent to myself, because I always send things to myself on Messenger, and I swear down, the day Messenger stops me from sending myself messages is the day I stop using Messenger. But I still find it quite good. But because I went to find it, it opened up in Opera, because I use that primarily, and then I use Opera GX for anything else. So I opened it in Opera, and for Microsoft Edge, when I use for podcast stuff, it just opened it up in there and pulled up YouTube videos galore. So I couldn't get rid of that. That was not happy. But anyways, shall we do a bit of discussing for this week then?
Absolutely. Let's get down to it. What's the nitty-gritty today, Rory?
You know me, mate. I always find weird and wonderful stuff, and today is no different.
Quick random question. What on earth is Minecraft Legends?
Minecraft Legends. I was hoping I'd never get asked that. So, you know the success of the one and only Minecraft, right? Who hasn't heard of it? God.
True statement.
Yeah. One of the most well-selling games in the world, if you exclude Tetris from that list.
You know what? I'd be willing to believe that there's now more knowledge of Minecraft than there's Tetris, because no one even knows what Tetris is.
There's a film coming out about Tetris, and I'm actually really wanted to watch it. It looks fantastic.
How on earth do you make a film about Tetris?
Because the way Tetris came to be is actually quite a fucking good story. If anyone who's actually got any interest in that, though, about one of the first huge games, go and watch it. I'm betting it's going to be good. But Minecraft Legends is basically, if I remember correctly, It's either no, it's not Dungeons. So yeah, Legends is the one. Legends is a kind of like open world strategy sort of game. Why you do that to Minecraft, I don't know.
Because they're finally running out of ideas.
Yeah, pretty much. Mojang, can you update Minecraft Java Edition, please, and make it so that we can push tile entities? No, but here's Minecraft Legends and Minecraft Dungeons, things that you definitely asked for. Bastards. So yeah, that's my opinion. I have quite large feelings about this. Oh dear. My apologies. I'll mute that now. Can't believe I just did that. I do apologise. Yeah.
You should be forgiven, good sir.
That's about right. But considering I have some articles, and these articles like to mention our good friend Sony.
Ah, yes.
Because we all love Sony here. We're all their biggest fans. Even
course.
though, there's like many other things that you could be spending your time with and caring about.
No, but we definitely love Sony more than anything, though, Roy. Cough, cough. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop going down that rabbit hole.
Sorry,
Anyways.
I had a bit of bullshit in my throat, just had to clear it, you know?
Oh, yeah. I've got to do some major editing this week. I know it already. I'm rambling.
Well, at least we haven't give you 8 hours to do it.
Yeah, true. Right. Games Inbox. Sony Arrogance and the PS5. Call of Duty Sci-Fi. And Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Fury. Now, you can immediately guess the reason I decided to pull up this one.
Heck of a title, dude.
Yeah, I know, right? That's like the entire reason. The worst of everyone. That story about how Sony describes its competitors in its patents is so embarrassing. Like the expert guy says, it's childish and unprofessional. Why would you even say that? Who's it going to impress? Is Sony so desperate to try and convince patent clerks to buy a PlayStation that they write things in public documents that everyone can see? Now, let's go to the actual article. Sony calling Xbox and Nintendo inferior is a childish and unprofessional, says patent expert.
Blank, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we wonder why Microsoft is fighting to get ahead when Sony themselves are coming out to say these sort of things.
Literally, the only reason they're ahead is because of exclusives and people want to play games, and they have extra games that other platforms don't.
Yep. And you know what? That is the only thing you'll hear the fans of PlayStations go on about. And it's kind of sad. Sony's making very many friends lately. This person has got terrible grammar. A study of PlayStation-related patents reveals that Sony insists on describing rival consoles as coming from inferior manufacturers. Every now and again, Sony or Nintendo, but oddly, rarely Microsoft, will file a patent for some new device or software technique. For example, Sony filed one recently for controllers that change temperature. Why?
Right, so here's your two options. You can have it hot and make your hands sweat like crazy, not that they don't already when you hold the controller, and you can barely fucking hold it. Or you can make it cold and make your hands cold and stiffen up and make it very difficult to play a game.
Don't worry, Will. PlayStation already sorted the first part out for you. They've been going too hot in your hands for decades. It's called heating fucking rechargeable batteries. Those fuckers get warm. Especially if they're plugged in all the time.
Yeah.
That's all very interesting, but because there's never a guarantee a patent will be used, it doesn't necessarily mean say anything about anyone's future plans. What the patents do tell you, though, is Sony's attitude to its rivals, where they repeatedly refer to other products, i.e., Nintendo and Xbox, as inferior. What's worse is they've been doing that for over a decade now. Website GameRant first noticed the patent for a Universe controller, which sounds like a universal remote for games consoles, and which Sony describes as working with all its PlayStation hardware, as well as a home entertainment system of a different, albeit inferior, manufacturer. That last bit was a fucking quote. A home entertainment system or a different, albeit inferior, manufacturer. How up your own ass do you have to be?
Welcome to Sony.
The patent
They pride themselves on having exclusive content, but then have the cheek to call people out because they flash their wallet, as they quoted, I believe, in one of the articles we were looking at before.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you people about this like magnificent thing. Right now, I have an Xbox controller plugged into my PC. How amazing is that? It works on another platform. Oh wait, Xbox has been doing this for decades. PlayStation only recently got into this.
Because I didn't even know they did.
Yeah, PS4 controllers. They started then. You could not get a PS3 controller connected in without third-party software, and that took a while to get set up. PlayStation weren't really big fans of it. I don't
want to imagine, dude.
Oh, it was a bitch. But PS4 controllers you can plug in now with relative ease. PS5 controllers work really, really well with it because it's been created for that sort of software. But all the Xbox controllers from 360 onwards worked for it. It's kind of weird to mention, but yeah, there you go.
They're Xbox inferior, though, according to Sony.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Something that was so simple for them to do, and they're still struggling to get it working properly.
Sorry, 1 second. Xbox is inferior. Xbox is inferior. That's why they're on another platform. Now, do I still have... Oh, I deleted it.
GG.
Shame. You know what? In the background, I'm going to install that.
That says all that needs to be said, though, if you've deleted it.
Oh, I know, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to download it in the background. That way, we're just going to do this. So I think it'll be quite amusing. Oh, wait. Have they removed it? I can't seem to find it. Where is it? Oh, right, it's a new app now. It's called PlayStation Plus app. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to download it, and then I'm going to open it. Let's see if things have changed very much since I last went through this. I'll just quickly take the installer off the screen so no one can see this. Because I don't want anyone to know where things are installing or why they're installing it, etc, etc, etc.
So on and so forth, and other whatnots.
Oh, exactly. You know what? We'll continue down this while we're going. The patent in question seems quite dull. As described, it sounds more like a remote, not a controller. But when Sony's disrespectful language was highlighted, a patent expert named Florian Muller spoke up and pointed out that Sony has been using that sort of language for years. Go ahead, Will. Sorry.
The installation's on the screen.
Oh, I know. I'm leaving it to the side here.
Oh, good.
According to him, and he does have the publicly available evidence to prove it, Sony has been talking about its rivals like that since at least 2011. and the only reason nobody noticed until now is that the patterns are usually really long and boring and filled with technobabble. Oh dear. Alright, let's launch this quickly. That's new.
Yeah, because the only thing they have to talk about that's actually worth hearing about is their exclusives again.
Yep. Right, I'll take this off the screen. I'll just sign into my PlayStation account. This is going to be really interesting. Why is that song stuck in my head? Don't know. So yeah, we'll continue with this while I'm going through as well. Patent applications are not meant to be propaganda instruments for console warriors, writes Muller on his blog, Foss Patents. Calling competitors generally inferior is gratuitous, stupid, childish, and unprofessional. Even if those manufacturers were inferior, it would not mean that whatever invention a given Sony patent purports to describe, here a universal controller, is by definition innovative and deserving of patent protection, he adds. If Sony wants to engage in competitive advertising, it can do so elsewhere. Gamers are not going to make purchasing decisions based on the language Sony uses in its patent applications. Get told, Sony. Oh, bloody hell, they've actually got the fucking screenshot. Different, albeit inferior manufacturer. Fucking
So
does.
they actually did say that.
Yeah. That is just daft.
I mean, they're not doing themselves any favors, are they?
No, not at all. Oh, I've managed to get in. Let's bring this back. It took me a minute to remember my credentials. Or maybe I didn't. Let's find out. I'll get back to you when I've got some more information about that.
Already off to a good start.
I know, right? It used to do this all the time where you'd have to sign in like 3 times. Muller states that if Sony wants to engage in competitive advertising, it can do so elsewhere. Again, yeah, that's what we read above. But does that actually? Yeah, it repeats itself. The fuck? There's no indication from him that the Patent Office will act against Sony or that they've broken any rule, but it doesn't exactly paint Sony in a positive light. The revelations here aren't a good timing either, given Sony's diplomatic assault on monopoly investigators is starting to falter. Oh dear. Yeah, it didn't go for a good time in that. Oh, it's just loaded. Welcome to PlayStation Now.
You have to sign in still.
I know, but I'm not going to bother. Welcome to PlayStation Now. Basically, if you're okay with not playing many of the new releases, cool. You're pretty alright. Not many exclusives in here. I can't really name any.
Anything special.
No. These are pretty much all games that you can play on mostly any platform. I've actually not seen one
Oh my
yet.
god, go back a second there.
Kingdom Hearts there.
Soulstorm, is that what I think it is?
Oddworld.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the Kingdom Hearts games, because you can't get them on PC.
The Pedestrian sounds.
It's actually kind of fun, but I have it on Game Pass, so. But yeah, and on top of that, I'm forced to play these with a controller when I can get most of these games on PC.
Use mouse and keyboard for it.
No.
Then what the hell's the point?
Yeah. Oh, I know what I'm going to play Borderlands 3 on. definitely the superior console controller.
Ew.
Because if I was to play it on an Xbox controller, it'd be inferior.
Just play on mouse and keyboard.
Oh, I know, right? But mini golf is sports.
Totally.
But yeah, there's not really anything great. Oh wait, here we go. Some
Ratchet and
actual
Clank, I guess.
exclusives. Uh, uh,
Hmm.
you know what? I've got a quicker way of doing this.
My God, you do some googling, my friend. Every link is purple.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I couldn't find the list. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, that's PlayStation Plus. It's not great. I played basically the God of War games, the originals, on here, and it was clunky as fuck. And every now and again, lag out, and you'd not be able to reconnect. That happened quite often. Split Second's an exclusive as well. I can't talk about a few of these. 'Cause they're just so like games that you'd never play are a lot of them, and it's like they're that unknown. I can't tell you whether they're exclusive or not. But yeah, that's basically what that is. Anyways, I will swiftly move along back to this article. So, the guy went over it briefly there, but we'll continue into the second paragraph. Actually, a little more. It seems trivial at first, but I think it's proof that there is something seriously wrong with the culture at Sony. That sees itself above the rest of the industry and increasingly its customers. The refusal to communicate with fans over the last year or so has made this much more obvious, and it feels like the continual success of a PlayStation 5 without them doing anything has only fueled their sense of superiority. The whole Activision Blizzard business is not a black and white issue, and shows all the companies at their worst. But this had nothing to do with that, and neither do the lack of games at the moment. It seems to me that Sony could do with being taken down a peg or two for their own good as well as ours. Well, that, Jason, is exactly what we've been saying. I don't know about you, Will, but Sony being taken down a couple pegs would be probably a benefit to everyone involved. Just to see them actually have to try and make something interesting or a development that could actually help the gaming industry again, not just help line their pockets. It's about as much as we can really say on that regard. Yeah, I don't. Was there anything else here? Call of Duty Sci-Fi. We all know that was shocking. Advanced Warfare, which is meh.
Apologies, sci-fi. I mean, being too sci-fi. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting time period, wasn't it?
Yeah, I remember that time and just refused to acknowledge it anymore. It's just, yeah, not good. But I've got another one continuing on with patents and Sony. Bizarre PlayStation patent wants to alter players' emotions. Yes, you heard that right. I'm not fucking with you. Aside from monitoring PlayStation players' posture, Sony is apparently interested in moderating emotions in order to mitigate online abuse. Compared to Microsoft and Nintendo, Sony seems to just love throwing new ideas at the wall and seeing if any of them stick, judging by all the weird patents it's had published recently. Just last week, one was discovered that Poseidon. I can't really say that one. Cited a way of changing the temperature of a PlayStation 5 controller, which would be done for the sake of immersion, because burning your hands during a lava level sounds like a great idea. I like this person who's writing this article. They seem to have got common sense. However,
It's a rare thing to find these days.
Oh, too true. However, it seems Sony has also a vested interest in the health of its players. One such patent from last month was all about monitoring posture, and now another talked about moderating players' emotions. The patent, titled Emotion Detection and Moderation based on voice inputs, which points to its primary use being for online play. I would like to just quickly mention this before we go further. Xbox tried to do something similar a long time ago, and we all remember what happened to the Kinect.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and we all know what happened to it, but we all like to forget its existence. It was used in ways it should not have been used at times and picked you up no matter what. A story
as well, when you did try to use it, it didn't work great a lot of the time.
No, it was really
that's how I
janky.
remember it.
It was really janky.
The Wii is great though.
Bloody hell, not used the Wii in a while.
Even the machine you got for that, where you had it on the floor and you walk on it and stuff, that was good.
Oh, the balance board.
Is that what it's called? I don't remember.
Yeah,
it's been a very long time.
Wii Fit balance board.
I used to just go on the cycling and run as fast as I could and just throw myself off cliffs.
Yeah, I get that. I think
I couldn't do this in real life more than once, so there we go.
I've got to say, the funny thing I always find with bloody the balance board, no matter what weight you were obese. Didn't matter. You would come up as obese. You could be underweight. You were obese. It fueled an entire generation of just anorexic people. That's what the Wii Fit balance board did.
Oh,
yeah.
You pause for a second.
Sure. And we're back. Sorry for the slight delay. I'd just like to point this out, Will. Remember I was telling you about PlayStation Plus app and that?
Yeah.
This is how many applications it's opened up in Task Manager.
What the... I mean, BattleNet doesn't seem to be much different.
Oh, BattleNet never is.
Actually, seeing as we've mentioned BattleNet, shall we also mention that we're going to start a petition to get it changed back to Blizzard?
Oh, yeah.
BattleNet is just absolutely stupid sounding.
Not just that. When I ever think about going on a Call of Duty game or anything, I always type in Blizzard.
I do as well.
Thankfully, it knows what I'm on about now.
Yeah,
but the first couple times... Oh, that first couple of times, man.
I always call it Blizzard, dude. Always.
Oh, same. It's aggravating.
But it's such a better name.
Oh, 100%. It sounds better instead of Battle.net. Who the fuck are we supposed to be battling on your platform, apart from children? Because that's all we fight and kill.
The bloody game launcher.
I mean, that was my battle for about 5 months of my life.
Exactly. The game launcher and the company behind them.
Customer support, fuck you.
Hey, do you want to do this update? No!
You know what? I fucking hope when Microsoft takes over, I'm just going to be able to link it to my Microsoft account. Fuck you, you're not logging me out again. Connect account to Microsoft. Yes, please. Perma fucking linked. Fuck you. Right, shall we keep going on about this fucking emotion detection system? And how fucking bollocks it's gonna be.
Wait, did you say emotion?
Yeah, emotion detection system. That's why I mentioned the fucking Connect, mate.
Well, there's only going to be need for one emotion to be detected. There's going to be sheer anger.
Oh, don't worry. They've got it in this little diagram here for you, Will.
Angry message.
Okay, we've just killed Will.
The first example is angry message.
Yeah, immediately. Last time I checked PlayStation, I'm allowed to be angry. But my question is, what are they going to do with this data? Oh wait, they're just going to modify the messages.
When someone sends you a message of fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, it's going to be I'm upset. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
I mean, let's be honest. It's that, or if anyone starts messaging, yeah, I'm feeling quite down lately. I'm struggling. I'm going to a therapist. It's gonna be like, I'm really happy. I'm having a great life. Hope you're having the same.
You know, this is forcing you to have like you know when what's it called when you have like where it like blurs out bad words or like changes it with the
Censor.
capitalists. That's it. It's gonna like it's gonna be forced censorship.
100%.
Like that's usually an option if you want it. And
Yeah.
that's usually only for stuff like bad words.
Yeah.
AKA fuck. But like what?
I don't get it.
Some of the funniest parts is when you absolutely roll over someone in a game and you get that angry message and them going, fuck you, I hope you fucking die or some stupid shit. And you're sitting there just giggling away at it. And now it's going to be like, good game, bye.
My dad's Bill Gates. He's going to ban your Microsoft account.
Oh god, I can't wait to see. You know what's actually just popped into my mind? Remember the Sims 3 patch notes video that was made?
No?
No. When the moment I would send it to you, you would know exactly what I'm on about. There's like a video where a guy like goes over the Sims 3 patch notes. It's like the dumbest stuff ever. It's absolutely hilarious. That's the first thing I imagined.
I can believe it.
There's like a video that's gonna be made. There's gonna be something like that. That's like for. But it's just the guy reading over the Sims 3 patch notes, and it's honestly just the dumbest, funniest shit you've heard in a while. Like,
I can believe that.
for example, one of the patches was you can no longer try for baby with the Grim Reaper.
Okay then. Thank you, Sims. Thank you, EA. Yeah, what a company you are. You bring us Mating with the Grim Reaper and FIFA football.
That gives you some insight to the patch notes. It's so funny, dude.
But once again, the same company that brings us Battlefield brings us FIFA and brings us Mating with the Grim Reaper.
I wonder what's going on behind the walls of that company, dude. Like,
Not fucking much.
It must be. It must be split into sections, bro. Here we've got the three people working on an actual good game, and then we've got a whole division solely based on FIFA and moving this player to that team for next year's game.
Well.
Yeah. Oh no.
We'll get to that shortly.
Oh no, I don't want to talk about FIFA.
Right.
We're talking about the glitches of FIFA. That's the only thing I'll willingly talk about FIFA for.
Don't worry, it'll be It'll be quite funny. So,
I'll hold you to that.
I'll try and live up to your expectations.
Remember,
So,
I'll see you in 6 weeks. If you don't live up to it, you're gonna have problems.
What do you mean 6 weeks?
6 weeks.
Is it?
Well,
1,
5?
2, 3, 4.
Oh shh.
Like literally in 2 days, it's 4 weeks.
1 second.
I don't know where he's gone, but while he's gone, let's utilize this.
Sorry.
Oh, he's back.
I was muted for a second.
It's okay.
What did you say?
Nothing. Shall we continue?
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch the VOD and see what happened.
Um, so its description is typically abstract and a bit difficult to parse given all the technical jargon, but it mentions a user emotion profile, which may include one or more moderation rules that specifies a moderation action responsive to one or more emotional states. From the sounds of it, any technology would theoretically alter messages between players if one of these moderation rules is triggered. An emotional state detected as being associated with a subset of the messages may trigger at least one of the moderation rules by corresponding to at least one of the emotional states specified by the user immersion profile, reads the pattern. My question is, if it's modifying your message, is it going to be like those games where you can see your message clearly, but the others have got it censored? Or is it
You
going to
know,
be like
you know how
you'll see
quickly this is gonna go burning down in flames, dude.
if they use it?
They're gonna try and do the one thing that will forever be impossible.
Yeah.
They're going to attempt to moderate the internet.
Social media has tried
That
that.
is essentially what they're trying to do here, and that is never gonna happen.
Yeah, let's just say we're on social media, we're on YouTube, we're on podcasting websites all around the fucking internet. If they can't moderate us, good luck.
They're basically gonna go around and stop people from just doing what they normally do,
Yeah, pretty much.
and that's just not gonna end well.
No. A
If they're
pres
trying to get people to not use their platform, then go for it.
Yeah, somehow I can't see it going through though. But we'll see as we read on.
Hmm.
A presentation of at least one of the messages in the subset being provided to the user device may be modified in accordance with the moderation action specified by the user's immersion profile. So that basically means they're immediately going to be moderating all emotions from a user. Now, my question is, what the fuck are you going to do with that data after that? Like, I'm really hoping advertisements of certain games and shit like that aren't going to
Wait,
start or anything along
am
those
I to
lines.
understand that even if you're using social media on your PlayStation, you try to upload something that supposedly breaks one of their moderation rules, they're going to alter that.
I'm not
So, for
sure.
example, the way it's showing Twitter and Facebook there, if you try to tweet something and you're annoyed at some shit, and you try to tweet a message where you swear at it, are they going to alter your message?
I'm not sure. It doesn't show anything along those lines. It seems like it's for their PlayStation party chats sort of thing. But it very much, it pretty
Could
much
be.
could, yeah. It could impact everything. Like, I would really dread to be thinking of anyone who goes on the internet for any adult activities on their PlayStation. That's probably going to come through very interesting on the emotional analytics
Well,
server.
I think if you read the next paragraph there, which I've just glanced at, they'll explain a lot.
The patent was published on March 30th and spotted by website GameShow, but Sony submitted the patent in September 2021, so
A
it's an
year and a
IP.
half ago.
Yeah, well, bit over that now, mate.
Yeah, yeah, over, just over.
It's
A month over. Stop being nitpicky.
yeah. So it's an idea the company's toyed with for a few years now. What does it actually mean, though? Well, the idea seems to be very roundabout way of mitigating verbal abuse in online games. Once again, verbal abuse. But this says message, so is it going to be vocal changes? Or is it going to be...
How are you gonna manage that?
Well, every PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 controller's got an inbuilt microphone.
No, but like are you just gonna have it detect when someone's gonna swear and just beep them out? Like what?
I don't know. Such behaviour can have a toll on one's mental health, so theoretically, this system could pick up if a player is violently shouting at another and modify their message and even issue some form of punishment if they frequently violate the moderation rules.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know how in Call of Duty there's like you get like a second of death voice chat.
Yeah.
Imagine as you kill someone, all you hear down the mic is
Just numerous beeps.
it's like the guy's sending Morse code.
The thing is, though, about this as well, what if, like, they're chilling out, they're watching, I don't know, I don't watch much sports, but say in the UK, they're watching football. They've not got the PlayStation on, but it's in standby mode. And it detects that they're swearing because their team's losing. Would they still be punished for that?
I wouldn't surprise me because it's probably listening in when they shouldn't be.
That's the thing. We're not.
They finally turned their PlayStation on after being on standby mode, and they're like, you have 77 violations.
Yeah,
You've been banned from PlayStation Online for 3 months.
exactly. This person says the exact same thing, though. We're not entirely sure how someone's voice could be modified on the fly, or what that would even do. Would it just censor the words, or immediately mute their voice if they're shouting? What if they're being nasty without raising their voice in anger? The intentions are understandable, but it doesn't seem very practical. That's pretty much what we just
It's
said.
not practical.
There could be no. This could be why the patent for why it's just a patent for now. Even if it's being considered, there's no guarantee it'll actually be implemented. Online bullying remains a problem that many companies are constantly being pressured to solve, with mixed results. Sony's own reporting system on PlayStation is easy to manipulate, allowing PlayStation players to get the people they're harassing banned rather than the other way around. I will
Yeah, I
give
mean,
every.
there's no way to prove anything either unless you get sent a message.
No,
And
exactly.
there's no way to prove anything. So like voice chat, you're never gonna be able to do anything, and that's why you have the option to mute people
Yeah.
because you
My.
can't. There's nothing more you can really do about it.
No, exactly. My advice to anyone on the internet, etc., will always be the same. Social media, games, anything. Mute, block, make sure your profile's set up so that people can't randomly add you and message you and shit. You do those three things, you're sorted.
Yeah, and anytime you do come across someone that is getting on in the state that they're describing, just avoid them if you have the option mute or block them or both. Just don't interact with them any further
Though,
because it leads to bad things.
it does. Though, if you're like me, you'll just not block anyone, and there's a reason my Twitter account's in an interesting place. I don't know if I ever showed you this. I'm actually just going to pull this up. It'll be quite amusing. Uh, where is it? I'll find it on another tab while going through this stuff. So it's how I typically handle these things.
Hmm. What was that, Roy?
YouTube videos I'm watching, mate, about films and stuff. I found it. Blue Lock. Blue Look. Let me
What?
just log in, authorize the app, redirect. There we are. Apparently, I'm blocking someone. It's interesting because I actually have no one blocked if I actually look at my list. But yeah, I have 53 people blocking me for no apparent reason. That's my Twitter, just summed up.
I was not aware there was a website tracking how many you've blocked and being blocked by.
Oh yeah, I use it quite often just for the fun of the fact that I used to have a Twitter account where I was blocked by 150 people.
Hmm.
It's really fun just finding these accounts and messaging them. I mean, I'll tell you a bit of a Twitter story actually. I am blocked by one of the developers of the game Quantum Break, and I have
I remember you telling me about that.
yeah, I have no idea what happened. I actually tried messaging him on the PandTha Talks Twitter account,
Yeah,
and
I remember. Yeah, I remember you telling me this now.
yeah, he's still not replied. It's been over a month now, but yeah, I don't think he likes me very much. Right, so we'll cover this part about PC Game Pass has now come to another 40 countries, which is always nice. More accessible way for gaming for people. Nothing wrong with that. You can now get Microsoft's subscription-based game service in Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, and a whole bunch of more new places. I mean, they're not new, they've been around for fucking millennia, but here we are. That's my, really crap joke for the day. We said a year ago that Game Pass can't stay this good forever, and sure enough, we were eventually right. Microsoft announced in March that the $1 Game Pass Ultimate trial, which offered a month of access to more than 100 games for a buck, is going away. That's the bad news. The good news is that even at the regular price, it's still a hell of a good deal. For as long as it lasts anyway. Sooner or later, inflation comes for everything. And now you can get it in 40 new countries. I don't...
What do you pay at the moment for a month of Game Pass?
You know what? Right. There's different ways to go about this. Cause you can basically...
let's just go. Let's go through Xbox themselves and just get
Yeah.
their base price that they're charging for like normal Game Pass, which
That's why I said there's different ways you can go about it.
Yeah.
Because there's this. So for £8 a month, you can get it on console. For £8 a month, you can get it on PC. It's up to you where you want to do that. I personally do the Ultimate, which covers both of these. So you can get it on console and PC. Also gives you access to the cloud-based stuff. And gives you access to EA's exclusive things. And gives you access to Gold if you're on console. So you'll be able to play online for free. Well, it's included in the price.
So
it's not
we'll
free.
say between £8 and £11 a month, and you're getting access to hundreds of games.
Yeah.
Like that's a fairly decent deal.
Yeah, exactly. And the PC version at £8 a month also does give you the EA Play stuff. The only thing you're missing out on that separates these two really is the cloud stuff. That is it. And the only reason I get the cloud stuff is because there's some games out there that are before, basically, they're not before the PC's time, but they weren't released on the PC and they're older Xbox games. Same thing with why I actually, for a bit, had the PlayStation thing. But actually, let's have a quick look at that. PlayStation Now PC, PS Now. Oh yeah, it's been merged with PlayStation Plus, so we'd have to get PlayStation Plus to get this. Okay, that's fine. Let's have a look at the pricing of this. Right, so I'd need a membership plan.
Jeez, they sure make you go through a whole deal on it. $13.50.
Yeah, that's for a 1 month subscription.
And it's not that great.
No.
I mean, even
And
if you
that's
pay
only
100 for the 12 months, you're still paying pretty much the same amount if you were to get like the gold version, and that's just like, what?
That's the premium. That's for the extra, and that's for the essential. But the essential and the extra, you don't get the games, the cloud streaming. No. So you have to pay the £13.50 a month to get access to the PC variation.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Not too fond of it. But that I can cope with. I know it's a couple quid, it's only a couple quid less, but once again, I'm getting access to a lot more for it, and I can play on my actual keyboard and mouse. And I much prefer playing like that. So, that's me, but each to their own. In a welcome video, Xbox boss Phil Spencer reminded everyone that PC Game Pass also includes EA Play, Electronic Arts subscription-based service. I believe that's about £6 a month itself. So you're getting that combined with your £8 if you just pay for the PC version, which is quite nice. EA Play from our partners at EA at no additional cost will be a part of this PC Game Pass expansion, which we're really excited about. Spencer said, so I want to welcome the new members to the community at Xbox who are going to get to grow their library of games that they play and find new players to play with through the expansion of PC Game Pass. The regular price for PC Game Pass, by the way, is $10 a month, or as you saw for us, £8, which provides unlimited access to more than 100 games, including major new releases like Bethesda's upcoming sci-fi RPG Starfield. Yeah, it's coming to Game Pass day one, Starfield.
And we'll point out that in Sony one you get absolutely nothing that's new.
Pretty much, you do have to wait a bit for them to come to the Sony platform.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, you heard my complaints the other month about that. Starfield itself is going to sell for $70, so you can see why $10 a month is a very solid deal all around. And now you can get all sorts of new and interesting places. Iceland, North Macedonia, Libya, Liechtenstein, Bosnia. I'm not even going to try it. But yeah, quite the list. So there's a lot of new places that are going to be able to get PC Game Pass. And in my opinion, it's a hell of a deal if you just want to play something different. Get out of your comfort zone a bit, or just go back to something that you used to enjoy. And one games franchise I highly recommend, play Psychonauts. The first one's a bit clanky because of the age, but the second one, absolutely phenomenal. One of my favourite game series, that. And I only played it in the last 3 years.
You can always discover old titles.
Oh, yeah.
Later on.
100%.
They're like completely different to what you've even played, like the new games.
Yeah.
And they're like 10,000 times better than the newer games.
Oh, 100%, mate. It's the reason I get that cloud bit. Because I think everyone at some point has had their hands on like an Xbox controller and it's just shoved in the back of a drawer. And it's like, you just plug it in and then you can go onto the cloud segment. Or do as I do and just find a way to emulate it if you really want to. I didn't say that though. No one heard it. Everything players love about FIFA will remain in EA Sports Football Club, says exec. Now this news might be a bit weird to hear, because a lot of people aren't aware, but FIFA games are no longer going to be made by EA, for the first time since 1993. Basically, EA no longer has access to the FIFA license. So, they're having to change it. I'll basically start reading the article now.
Wait, there's microtransactions in FIFA now?
There has been for ages, mate.
What? How? Literally how?
That's how.
Dear God.
In these packs, you would get a player. Let's see, click this one. Close that. I don't even know what this is, but yeah. That's what happens, basically. You'll get players. And they basically made it so you can earn the packs and also buy the packs.
That's wild, man.
It's basically loot crates, except they're easier to buy.
Yeah.
So, for the first time since 1993, this year we'll see no new FIFA game released, sort of. While EA no longer has access to the FIFA license, its football games make far too much money, mostly via microtransactions, for the company to stop releasing them. That's why instead of FIFA 24, you'll be getting EA Sports Football Club. It's got a logo, now, but this new not FIFA title should see the proper reveal later in the summer. Given the change in name, though, there are naturally going to be people confused/anxious that EA Sports Football Club will be a completely different game, something EA is eager to assure them isn't the case. Well, of course it's not the case. Why would they bother to make something new when something already makes them millions? Everything players love about FIFA will remain. That's not a good thing. I'm sorry, I have a real dislike to FIFA, and
You and me both. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and the fact that it's called a game is a joke.
you see, for me, the thing that stands out, I got into a debate back when I was back in comprehensive school, which is high school, basically. And basically, I asked someone just straight up why he was so interested in FIFA. He went, "Why do you like Call of Duty and things like that so much?" I went, "Because it's things I'm never going to do." He went, "But I'm never going to be able to play football with those people." I went, "Yeah, and you're still not. But you can go and play football outside. I can't just get a gun and start shooting terrorists."
Well,
I know, I can join the army, but that's
go
an
to
entire
the
other
US
thing.
and ask them.
Yeah, if I asked the US, I'd be able to do that in a heartbeat.